Hello, hello. Yeah. Maybe you see it if you see it on YouTube. This is part 3.2. That is because we were currently working on part 3, but then for some reason my PC had a blue screen. So this is the continuation of part 3, I guess you could say. We ended creating the base mesh of the hand, and then we wanted to go into sculpting the hand. That will be what we're going to do now. Let me just see if everything's ready. Hold on. Do I need anything? I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. We are perfect. Yeah. Let's continue. So, let me just quickly make an update. Okay. So we ended forcibly here. We deleted this so we can basically create the rest of the hand. So of course, if you see this on YouTube as your first video, you're probably wondering, well, did you create all this beforehand? Yeah, we did. If you want to see the rest, you can see the videos on YouTube, the previous parts. What we've done in part 3 is basically adjusting the proportions of the body so that it looks more like a human being rather than a action figure. And now we created the base mesh of the hand, going over the basic anatomy of the hand. And now we will sculpt the hand, make it more realistic, or adjusting the proportions so that it looks more realistic. Oh, hold on. Oh no, I need to open Streamlabs again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and hopefully you enjoy the rest of the stream as well. As long as you're here. Mr. or Mrs. or... Hold on. There we go. Pelican. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you have enjoyed your day so far. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of your day as well. Maybe it was rainy, maybe not. For me, it was quite chill. Okay. Let's begin with the base mesh. So we ended the base mesh, so now we wanted to go into sculpting. What we need though is a palm on the other side as well. I applied the mirror before, which was wrong. I need to apply it again. There you go. Applied. There you go. Perfect. We wanted to merge all these different pieces together so we can sculpt them all in one. Which means we go in here and we can basically just join them all. Join. Oh, hello. We need to apply all the modifiers first. By joining them, we can then use a retopology modifier to... No, remesh modifier to basically merge the pieces together. Because now if we basically only select them all and then we press Ctrl J to join them, you can see the geometry is still intersecting. There's no connection between the two pieces, which means if we would now sculpt and we smooth them to remove the seams basically between the objects, it would just I guess separate the objects again. We want to we want to sculpt them all together. So to do that, we can go in here and hopefully, so we've used the remesh modifier before. Maybe we can even just go into sculpting and use the remesh modifier there, or the, what is it called? Yeah, the remesh function. No, not remesh. We use detail flood fill. Let's see if that works, or if detail flood fill is something else. Well, wait, what happens if we press Ctrl R? Oh, well, what is that? Okay, maybe... I'm curious what happens if we use detail flood fill. We wanted to start with 50 resolution. Usually we start with 20, but because we... no, they're still intersecting, okay. Because the hands are so small, the geometry is also smaller, or it needs to be smaller because the hands are so intricate. we start with 50 instead of 20. Remesh, there you go. Voxel, set it to 0.02, I think. Wait, where's the hand? Where, hold on. What happened? Where did it go? Did I do something wrong? Why did it remove? That's so weird. Okay, hold on. What did we do different last time where we didn't go into scope mode immediately? Maybe we can use a different remesh setting. Smooth? Oh, well, that's interesting. Oh, there it is. Why does it just... Oh, well, you... What is that? Hold on. That's interesting, to say the least. Please just give me a good... Oh, it's slowly coming up, hopefully. I don't think that's gonna work. Why is it so weird now? Something's wrong, or something's different. Let me just reopen the file, maybe that helps. Okay. So, let's try that again. So we started here by removing this, and then we applied the mirror modifier again, and then we applied all the other modifiers, merged everything, and then we immediately went into remeshing. Maybe by, oh, I think that's why. Because we went into scope mode and used dynamic topology, it changed the geometry of the mesh, which probably messed with the remesh modifier for some reason. There you go. Try again. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. 3. Oh, 3 is pretty good. Perfect. Okay. The geometry is way too dense now. So we can go into sculpting and change it in here to dynamic topology 50, and then we have a nice dense mesh which isn't too dense. There you go, perfect. You can see the cursor is stretched out because the scale is not applied, so we can just go out here and apply the scale, and now we can sculpt the hand. Perfect. Before we continue, I'm going to save again just because that's exactly where we crashed before. I don't want it to happen again, so I'm just going to save. Okay, let's adjust the hand structure. First of all, so the hand structure overall is quite simple. So let's talk about the thumb first. The thumb has, I think, 3 to 4 muscles on it. There's a muscle to pull the thumb downwards or inwards like this. That is right here, right here. Da-da-da. You can see it flexing right there. That's the muscle. We have the same muscle for the small finger as well, the pinky, right there. Oh, kind of hurt. Right there. You can see there's a muscle that is right here connecting to the end of the hand to pull it down. Let's stick to the thumb though. So we have one that is right here, right there. So let's add that now, which is connecting to the first bone of the thumb right here and goes down to the end of the hand like this. There you go. Perfect. That's the first one. And then we have another one, which is basically going, or helps us to do this. You can maybe even see it. I think that's not necessarily it, but it's below that. It connects, the muscle that I talk about is basically connecting this bone right here that is where this finger comes from, the bone that is right here. The muscle comes from here, attaches to this bone and attaches to the thumb, so that when it flexes, it pulls the thumb to the bone. So you can do this. So now we have two movements. We have this movement and we have this movement. Looking at it from here, we have this movement and we have this movement. This movement, this muscle we still need to sculpt in. It is already sort of there. It starts here and then goes into this bone, basically. There you go. There you go. Wait, I need my references. Because everything crashed, I need to open everything up again. Okay. Yep, stream crashed again. Blue screen. Something new. I can't even remember what happened last time. Okay. Oh yeah, OBS just had a problem, I think. Okay. Yep. I need to probably go into the origin of the blue screen. I had some before, and at some point they got worse and worse and worse, and they destroyed my PC. And the source was probably, or was most likely, just a faulty RAM stick. So maybe that's the problem again, maybe not, I don't know. I probably need to look into that at some point, because it started to give me a blue screen almost every day. Maybe I'll just clean my PC over the weekend, maybe that can help as well. Because it got less now, you know, it got better. It didn't get worse, it got better, because yesterday I didn't have any blue screens, maybe the day before as well. So maybe it's related to a certain program, maybe. Okay, hold on. There you go, okay. I'm ready to proceed. Let's do the thumb. One thing to keep in mind, the thumb, looking at it right here, immediately goes in this direction. It immediately starts rotating outwards in a 90-degree angle at the base. So we need to respect that here as well. So we need to pull the thumb further over here. Just slightly, not too much. There you go. Okay. So we have the base now, we have this muscle right here. And we have the muscle that is right there, connected to this finger. Let's go to the next muscle. The next muscle, oh, hold on, I need to pull this further back. There you go, okay. The next muscle is, let me just quickly check if I'm right here. The hand muscles aren't fully, my knowledge isn't perfect in them, so maybe, I just want to make sure that everything looks right. Okay. There you go. And then the next one, there's one more. There are 3 thumb muscles. Wait, where was it? Hold on. Were there 3? Let me just quickly check. It was called thumb muscles. Okay, well, okay, so, oh, yeah, okay, let me just open this up real quick. There you go. You can see right here, so the thumb has one muscle that is used to do this. Then you have a muscle that does this, getting it next to the other fingers. There you go. And then you have another muscle that brings the thumb in the middle. You can't really do that with the muscle that comes from down here. You need a muscle attached right here, which is this one. So you can see the 3 muscles right here. Right there, and right there. And then you have another one on the other side. So we actually have 4. Yeah. You can see it right here. 1, 2, 3. Well, maybe it's 3. Maybe it's 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're gonna go with 3. So we need some more right here. Oh, there you go. Okay, let's talk about the thumb structure. Of course, we said before, for every finger, ranging from base bone to the tip, they have the base bone is longer than the tip. So for the thumb, it's the same. The first bone right here, this bone right there, this one, is longer than the tip. It's not really the case here right now. You can see this one is quite long compared to this one. So we can probably pull this out a little bit more. There you go, to create a better tip right here. We can also maybe establish a general structure first, adding the knuckle, for example, right here. Generally speaking, the knuckle is the widest part of the bone. So what you can do to basically model hands is you can make everything that is not the knuckle quite thin and then the knuckle quite big. This way you can make the hand look like a very, very, I guess, either old or like a skeleton hand basically. And then you can just add some more volume to the middle pieces to make it look more like a normal hand. So what I mean by that is basically you can do this. You can do the same for the tip as well. Let me just smooth the tip out. There you go. Maybe make it a little bit shorter. There you go. We have a base thumb. We can maybe make it a little bit wider. But there you go. Maybe this bone is too long. We need to pull it closer. There you go. It's maybe also a little bit further out than it needs to. So we're just going to pull it back in a little bit. Change the rotation slightly. The thumb is just so annoying to to work in. There you go. I think that's a good spot. We also have the I don't know what it's called. Hold on. Let me just quickly check it. Oh. The tendon right here, starting up here. You have multiple tendons for the finger or for the thumb. You have one that goes up here and basically goes over the knuckle. You have another one down here, which then both end next to each other right here. So you have this sort of small hole right there. You can see it on my hand. Hold on. Can you see it? There it is. You can see one tendon is right here. One tendon is right here. See where there's this small hole? We need to keep that in mind. So we do that right here. Not making it too defined, just because, you know, we're not going to see it that well when it's completely relaxed. But it's still there. Okay, there you go. We have the base thumb. Let's go to the next finger, which is Hold on. There you go. Which is the... Let's do the index finger. So, oh, well, let's begin with the palm maybe. Looking at the fingers, you can see you have where they connect to the base. And then you have this sort of trench in here between the two, or between the fingers. You have this sort of webbing, this very, very short webbing though. You can see it right there. You don't really see it there because it is basically like a line going like this. So it's like a slope inwards, like a trench. It's hard to explain. If we sculpt it, maybe it's easier to understand. We can just go in here and create the trench right there. Do that for all fingers to begin with, and then we can go into more detail with the rest. There are muscles between every finger. But you can see it in my fingers, for example. That's how they start. Okay. Then we have the knuckles for the first finger. Which is, hold on, even lower than the base of the finger. So we need to smooth this kind of bump that we currently have and push it further in. So let's do that right now. So the knuckle is somewhere over here. Hold on, I think, this sort of skin right there is too far. Let me just fix that real quick. There you go. There's like a second layer on top of the original trench. Okay. We have the same here, like this sort of trench. Perfect. Okay. Let's go to the other fingers again. Okay. These fingers need some structure. First of all, let's look at the knuckles. Actually, no, I like to begin with, well, still knuckles, but the fingers themselves. Problem here is right now that we, it's hard to mask them. Well, no, it's actually not. Hold on. We can just use the box mask. Can we? Hold on. Oh, there it is. We're going to walk on one finger at a time. And it's easier to do that if we use a mask. There you go. Invert and invert. And let's start. So we're going to do the same that we've done for the thumb. We're going to make the parts between the knuckles thinner and the knuckle parts wider. Let's just quickly sort of look at where the knuckles need to be. So the first bone is longer than the other ones. What we can do here is maybe we can split it into 3 parts first, and then we can push them into, we can adjust the length. So the 3 parts would probably be here and here. Those are probably like thirds. Then we're gonna push this down. Actually, no, we don't need to. Do we? Yeah, a little bit. We're gonna push this down. There you go. And this one as well. There you go. Now the first bone is the longest and the last bone is the shortest. Let's shape this more like a finger rather than a tree trunk. There you go, perfect. I actually like using these tubes, because then if you just smooth it, you immediately get like a good finger shape for the tip. Look at that, perfect. A perfect fingertip shape. Okay, let's go to the knuckles now. Make them a little bit wider here. There you go, maybe cut in here. Perfect. Do the same up here. There you go. And then we make the middle pieces a little bit thinner. Mainly on the sides rather than at the front or the back. There you go. Okay, I think this is maybe a little bit too long. We can push it up a little bit, not too much. There you go. Okay. Let's kind of let's yeah, create the creases. We could use the pose tool, but then we would, you know, move the fingers. I would like to have them in this sort of semi-relaxed state, or well, it is relaxed. If you flex your fingers, you would either make them straighter or, you know, more curled. So I'm gonna make a quite a deep cut, and then I'm just gonna smooth it out a little bit. Okay, we're gonna do the same for the other one down here. Keeping in mind that it's not really just a crease, it is a like an extra surface. You can see it probably. Can you? Hold on. Maybe not. It's not really just a line like this. It is actually like an eye shape for the crease, to make the curl a little bit easier, or to that is basically because of how the finger curls. Okay, let's work on the structure a little bit more, make it reinforce it a little bit more, and then we can go to the next step. Oh, one thing to keep in mind, the knuckle of the second knuckle in the finger isn't as wide as the first one. So what helps sometimes is to make the second knuckle even thinner than the tip of the finger. You can see that in my fingers, for example, how the first one is quite wide, but then it gets thinner, and you can't really see it getting thicker again here. It just follows the flow of getting thinner and thinner and thinner. We can kind of do that here as well, by not making it thicker right here, but keeping it the same thickness. Yeah, exactly. It's just where yeah, gives it some space to rest, I guess you could say. Some flex room. Okay, maybe we can give it some more volume here. Looking at it, you can see, well, can you? There's some space between the palm volume and here, but not as much, so we can smooth it out a little bit more. There you go, okay. One thing to keep in mind though is that the bone, if you look at this, well, can you see it? Hold on. It's hard to show, but the top is quite straight, and then the bottom is kind of curved downwards. So one thing we have to adjust is the bone right here. You can see a slight curve right here. That needs to go. So why don't we just pull it up a little bit? There you go. There you go. First finger done. I guess the raw, you know, version. Let's go to the next one. Do the same here. Of course, this finger is a little bit longer, so the knuckles are in a different position. I could probably do that as well, but now I started, I won't stop. Yeah, I think that would make sense. Yeah, so if I would restart, I would probably do that, first sculpting one finger and then you know, pasting it 4 times, but you know, I don't want to go through the hassle of setting everything up now. Could be quite quick, but I want to, you know, sculpt a few fingers so I can get into the groove again. I haven't really sculpted that many good looking hands, so getting some practice isn't really that bad. But if you would do this, if you want to be quick, that's probably a good solution as well. Okay, yeah. Just looking at my finger and sculpting everything according to that. Maybe the finger gets a little bit too thin, we can probably make it a little bit wider. Doesn't need to be like super thick, but I think it was just overall a little bit too thin. That's probably better. Yeah. Maybe we can do that, do the same for the other one as well. We can see the same bump here, so let's push it up. Perfect. Okay, there you go. Maybe we can even imitate the fingertip or the fingernail by just smoothing it. You can see it right there. Let's go back to the other finger real quick. I want to make it wider as well. There you go. Okay, yeah, that's better. Smoothing everything. There you go. That's the middle finger. Let's go to the next one. Of course, with this amount of resolution, we can't really work on any details necessarily. So I'm just looking for the general shape to at least get that right. And then, you know, we can go into more detail afterwards. So if we look at the fingers, you can see comparing this knuckle right here, which starts right here for the index finger, comparing that to the height of the ring finger, it's just a little bit further down. Comparing it right there. It's just a little bit further down. I don't know if you saw that even. So maybe we can pull this one a little bit further up, and then we can basically use that position for the ring finger. The original, what is it? Index finger position for the ring finger. Right there. Okay, we need the tip as well. So why don't we do that real quick? Which should be somewhere over here. There you go. Is that a good size comparison? No, we need probably to pull this a little bit further down. Not too far. There you go. Maybe this one can be lower as well. Okay. First of all, we need to smooth the tip right here. That makes it immediately a little bit shorter, and then it should fit quite well. There you go. I think we need to make this one a little bit wider as well. So why do we do that now? We're almost done with the base shape. We need to go to the palm as well and adjust that, but we're not there yet. Okay. Perfect. Now we have one more and then we have all the fingers. Let's actually begin by smoothing the tip so we can, I guess, gauge the length a little bit better. There you go. Okay. Maybe the length is actually too long currently. We need to make it shorter. You can see it right here. The tip roughly ends at the second knuckle of the ring finger. Currently it's a little bit too long, so let's just grab it and make it shorter. Wait, what was the lasso mask tool again? What's the... Oh, there it is. Shift control left mouse. Shift control left mouse. Ah. I need to learn that more, because if Shift A doesn't work anymore, I need to get a good replacement for it. Maybe that's the good replacement. Okay. We need to make it smaller, so why don't we just grab it and make it shorter, not smaller. Yep, that looks pretty good. Pretty good to me. Let's overall look at the size. Looks pretty good to me. Maybe because of the sculpting, the hand will be a little bit smaller, so we need to scale it up a little bit. But overall, as long as the proportions on the hand are correct, things like scaling of and stuff like that is easily adjustable. Okay, let's do some adjustments here. First of all, we need to add the knuckles. That's probably a good spot to place them. Maybe a little bit lower. There you go. Okay. Next up we have the outer knuckle. There you go. Perfect. And then, oh, maybe this is too low. There you go. Is it the same that, wait. Oh. Hopefully this is not a virus. If so, touche, you got me. Hold on. Oh, okay, yeah. As long as it's not any paid source or source material, then you can post stuff like that. You can maybe even post it in tutorials. Yeah. I don't know if was it tutorials or was it, hold on. Yeah, you can also post it in tutorials. I think that's a better way, or that's a better channel for it. Tutorials is basically where you would go if you were looking for stuff like, you know, anatomy, for example. A source for Blender knowledge. Okay, let's finish this finger. Maybe, is the thickness okay? No, we need to make it a little bit thicker. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Look at the hands. So I can't speak anymore. The fingers are all in place. Let's merge them now with the palm. So to merge them, we first look at the gradient like the transition to the rest of to the palm. And then what we can do is we can create the last joint where basically the finger originates from. That is right there. It would probably be somewhere over here. Right there. Doing that for every finger makes it look a little bit better. A little bit more realistic. And then we can also add the tendon that goes to the finger, like this. And then smooth it to make it more smoother. To make it smoother, who would have guessed? If that removes too much of the structure, we can also go in there with the crease brush and just kind of reinforce the structure again. Just slightly doing these inwards facing lines. Welcome back, Manica. Hope you had a great day. We're currently working on the hand. Almost finished the hand. Had a quick crash in between. But now we're here. A crash cannot stop our hand modeling stream. There you go. Meh. Are you not interested in hands? Is that what you mean? Unbelievable. Maybe they're a little bit too high. We could pull them down a little bit. There you go. Okay. And then, of course, if we have the tendons go to the fingers, they also need to come from somewhere. They come from the muscles that are down here. You can see, if I move my fingers, you can see the muscles move. The muscles go in here. And then basically sort of, yeah, to the fingers. They kind of merge together. They don't merge, they just kind of collect. And then they spread out again to the individual fingers. Your day was meh. Oh no. Was it rainy? I don't know why, but I ask everyone today if their day was rainy. Was it rainy or was something else happening? Of course, maybe it's private. Maybe you don't want to talk about it. I don't want to press you. There you go. Hold on. One thing you can see here is that this tendon goes way further into the middle than the other one. This one goes... Actually... Yeah, this one has a different angle, basically. A lot of work and not a whole lot working. Oh no. That sounds pretty bad. Well, hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. I can't really fix that for you. But maybe I can make the last few minutes of this stream, you know, worthwhile for you. Because we've almost finished the hands. You know, if you followed the rest of the tutorial yesterday after the stream, you know, maybe today, I don't know. Maybe you're ready for the hands if you follow it. So yeah, today we modeled the hands. And we're almost done. At least the base model. Maybe we can add some more detail later. Maybe we don't even need to. I think if we want to add more detail, we can do that after retopology. There you go. Look at the hand. Oh, we need to do this side still. Looking at the hand from this side, you can see there's a slight indent, you could say. So if we look at finger shapes, the finger shape is actually pretty weird. So you can see how thick it is currently. We need to remove some of that volume. What is in that volume? Well, first of all, it's just kind of, you know, there's a slight indent, but why is there an indent if there are so many bones in the hand? Well, the bones are actually, they have a weird shape. Looking at them from this side, looking at the fingers like this, you know, if you would look at them like this, the shape is not like a normal bone, so that it looks like this. That's not what the bone looks like. The bone looks like this. There you go. So you have like this intrinsic indent in all the fingers. That is also the case for the fingers or for the bones that come from there, from the wrist. There you go. These have that as well. And because they have that as well, they create some more space here in the middle for stuff like tendons, for example. So first of all, what we can do is we can just, I guess, use the grab brush and push everything in. There you go. Now that looks a little bit better. And then the next step would be to oh, hold on. Kind of detail it out some more. So what you can see if you kind of look at the hand, you can see that there are these bumps. Those are basically the muscles, the bone ends. The bone ends are thicker, so they create these bumps, especially if you stretch your hand out. You're not going to see them very well when it's quite relaxed, but you can still see a different structure. You can see this muscle for the thumb creates a bump. You have this muscle for the pinky that creates a bump right here. Down here you have the cluster of small bones that creates the wrist right here. And then you have this bump for the bones up here. And in between these is a little bit of free room. So if we scope that, we have for every bone right here a small bump like this. There you go. Then we have for the muscles of the thumb, have it right here. There you go. That's the muscles of the thumb. And then we have the muscle for the pinky right here. That creates some more volume. And then we have the wrist cluster. There you go. So it looks like this. Maybe we can even dig in here. So like this. Make it clearer. Make the transition better to the fingers. I think that's too much of a bump. It's too harsh. Oh. There you go. And the hand is not perfect, but it is good enough. I'm not a perfect hand modeler, but I think we're in a good spot to continue. This part looks kind of weird to me currently. There you go, that's probably better. Maybe we can, do some small adjustments here and there to make it more realistic, but overall I think we're in a good spot. Okay. We could, emulate the fingernails like this. But if we wanted to detail them out some more, we would need some more resolution. Otherwise, it would just look kind of weird. So, yeah. There you go. There you go. That's the hand. Oh, we can probably adjust the things right here. We can they're quite flat right now. We can make them a little bit softer and rounder. Slightly. There you go. Okay, there you go. That's the hand. Tomorrow we can basically apply it or adjust it. Adjust it. We can combine it with the rest of the body so we can finish the model. And then we have everything in there that we need. One thing that I want to do here right now, hold on. Wait. We can actually remove the side because I want to see what the size looks like. Well, should we? Let me just duplicate it. Yeah, I think that's good. Maybe just slightly bigger, not too much, just very, very slightly, and then we're good. Wait, what is that? Why does this one look so weird? This one didn't. Oh, the symmetry wasn't on. Well, that's maybe even better then, because then we can just remove this side. See ya. And we can use the mirror modifier on the other side. There you go. And then we can make it a little bit bigger. Perfect. There you go. And that concludes modeling the hand. So today we talked about the body. Hold on, I need to adjust one more thing. I think the hips are just very, very slightly too thin. A little bit wider could probably not hurt. Okay, perfect. Now it's better. Okay. So today we adjusted the body proportions to what we're kind of looking for in the character. He's more of an athlete rather than a bodybuilder. So we adjust the proportions of the body. Then we created the base mesh for the hand, and we went through modeling the hand with the base mesh that we created. Looking at the anatomy of the hands and going through every single finger. Doing it 4 times so we can train modeling fingers, I guess. Yeah, the model is quite rough, but of course if you want to add more I guess more detail, we can still do that, or we can do that after retopology. I think it makes more sense if we do that after retopology. So it is time to say goodbye for today. Tomorrow we will merge everything and finish the body, and then we will begin retopologizing. So tomorrow we will talk about retopology, I guess best practices, and yeah, beginning to retopologize the body basically. So hope you enjoyed today's stream. Maybe you learned something, maybe not, maybe you already knew everything. Maybe you know more than I do. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Thank you for joining. Thank you for rejoining after the crash. Thank you for listening, watching, or just being here and chatting, of course, as well. Hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. Maybe I'll see you next time. Until then, take care.